Oh, so he came to play in America too? Like, he kind of started a wave of like famous players going to play in America, like as you're on the end of your career. Yo, he's really a pioneer.
A fan of the immortal god of football.
They call him the.
You have to focus on the ball.
What the fuck? I was to welcome back to the guy was Johan Cruyff. I hope I'm saying that right. Really as good as people said he was. Go check out the soccer reaction playlist. If you like football, go watch some of my other videos. You will like this channel. If you like football, I'm telling you, you will like this channel. I have changed my name. If you're one of my older subscribers, from J's Reaction Universe to JRU. I felt like it was easier just to get off the tongue. Let me know what y'all think about that. We have a whole soccer reaction playlist. If you're new, go check that out. Like I said, RS2, welcome back to the guy was Johan Cruyff. I hope I'm saying that right. Please let me know how to pronounce it. Don't kill me. I know I'll be killing the names sometimes. Really as good as people said he was. I don't know what made me check out this video. It was I recommended, and I just want to learn more about football players, some of the best, like some of the older, like learn more about the sport. So I have been doing this over the last 2 months. So if you're new, go check out that soccer reaction playlist. If you like that, if you like football, subscribe. We're only on a journey to learn more, and we'll get better as time. You know what I'm saying? I did take 2 days off. I explained that in the first video that dropped today, so go check that out. We just got done watching Alex Ferguson, why he was a mentor to Ronaldo. I can't remember what video title name was. I think it was Cristiano Ronaldo Ferguson, my football father. I think I actually got that right. My memory's immaculate. Go check that out. That was a great video, by the way. Go check that out. Whoever recommended that, great video. But if you want to recommend, go to the IG, go to the comment section. Follow TikTok. Let's get into the video. I know nothing about this player. Like I said, I only want to know because it was in my recommended.
I'm probably immortal. This is one of the thousands of quotes attributed to the Dutch and Catalan legend, the unique Johan Cruyff.
Johan Cruyff.
Genius, artist, orchestrator. If you've heard the tales but never watched Johan Cruyff play,
I haven't heard nothing.
To watch this.
He looks crazy. That header was nuts. And when did he play? Let me know.
Hendrik Johannes Cruyff was born in April of 1947.
This is
in
old.
Amsterdam. More
They played in probably the
5 minutes away
60s,
from
70s?
Ajax's stadium, a place that would become his home.
He
Even
played
more
at
so when
Ajax?
his mother took a cleaning job at Ajax to make ends meet after the sudden
So
death of
Ajax has
Johan's
been in
father.
his blood.
Young Cruyff would spend every free minute of his childhood running around Ajax's stadium.
That's what I'm saying. He's
The
been.
importance of his birthplace.
So it was one of those stories that was kind of like set in stone. Like, you kind of knew that kid was going. You see the love, like we all know some of the kids like that's gonna be like big where they like you can just see there's a little kid, they can't stay away from the stadium, they can't stay away, they don't go anywhere without a soccer ball or a football or basketball. They don't go anywhere without any of these things. So you can kind of say, yo, he's gonna be good at sports when he get older. You can just see the love for it already. He's one of those kids that just run around the stadium. He's probably gonna play here one day, and he's gonna be pretty good. He's one of those.
Is the context that
we all know
result in one of the most impressive and lauded football developments in history. One in which Johan would become Cruyff. We're talking about total football. And when you talk total football, you talk Rinus Michels. It's not just possible to tell the tale of Cruyff, the footballer, without Michels, the coach.
What is total football?
The Dutch have a saying, God created the world, but the Dutch created the Netherlands. As they claimed the land their nation is built upon from the sea. Michels' football philosophy drew from the Dutch economics of space. Although the size of the football field is fixed, the playing area can be altered to suit a team's needs.
Okay.
For Ajax, who signed Michels as their manager,
so total football is a strategy. Okay, I'm following.
It was all about space, moving the ball fast, interchanging positions, making runs to stretch open.
This kind of like the early tiki-taka.
Attackers would defend. In this organized freedom, one player rose as the creative outlet. Johan Cruyff.
He was the center of this.
He was spotted on a playground at the age of 10 and asked to join Ajax's youth setup.
Now that's the different thing about back in the day. You could literally just be on a playground going crazy in any sport. Like when I hear people say how they got to the league, like in the 90s, even in some of these sports. Oh yeah, I was playing in a gym playing pickup, and some NBA coach came in or some college coach came in and see me playing. He was like, oh yeah, you wasn't really good, but I seen how tall you was, or I seen you did this well, or you want to come out and work out for us, and they just get on the team and they end up making it. It's some of the craziest stuff ever. Now, he's been around Ajax, so they probably kind of knew him. So they seen him on the playground. Oh, this kid's good. He's always been around, so he has to come play with us. I know he's going to be good. He's one of those. But it's always amazes me how some of these, like, how they get chances. Today,
came in
that's very rare.
By the hand of Michaels. It was a 3-1 defeat, and he scored the goal. Ajax were threatened by relegation. Instead, they began a revolution.
They almost, he changed Ajax, the popular Ajax. When we watched that Ballon d'Or, Ajax was one of the teams with the most Ballon d'Or winners. I think I remember that right. Crazy Ballon d'Or winners. They went from regulation to a revolution, as he said, and he was one of the main reasons.
His technical skills and the velocity at which he executed them were never seen before. He could execute every pass.
Oh
his
my
ball
God,
control
that's
was
great
marvelous,
pass.
and his dribbling was unstoppable. Even inventing his trademark skill, the Cruyff turn.
The Cruyff turn, what's
Cruyff
that?
had control of the ball in an attacking position, but was facing his own goal and being guarded tightly by a defender. So Cruyff feigned a pass before dragging the ball behind his standing leg, turning 180 degrees and accelerating away.
Can you show me like
the
a clip of this?
defender was done for. Boateng vibes all over him.
Oh.
On top of this, Cruyff could score every kind of goal.
I think I know what you're talking about when he showed that clip.
First touch,
I think I've seen that clip on Messi
shots
before.
or dribbling goalies. Testament to this are his over 400 career goals.
400?
But the Dutchman's main qualities as a footballer were both his creativity and his intelligence.
Oh, that's a great
Cruyff's
pass.
game was as much the result of
He
his
draw the
innate
goalie
talent
in.
for playing football as his constant search to understand the game in an almost scientific manner, always aiming for efficiency. That's
Bro,
why
his
total
pass is
football was
elite.
his natural habitat, and the style of play was enabled by the existence of Cruyff. The basis of it is that the shape is maintained by pure fluidity.
Okay.
If a player goes out of their position, another player fills that gap.
That
to
position,
keep the
that's
shape.
smart.
Well,
That's so smart because it keeps the game rolling. See what I'm saying? Somebody goes out of position, somebody else getting in position. That's gonna keep the team moving. So we ain't worrying about mess ups.
throwing rivals out of position with your offensive runs. Cruyff, originally a forward, dropped out of position to drag out opponents and to get the ball directly from the goalkeeper. He served as the conductor.
The
Ajax
conductor.
defender Barry Hulshoff explained it best. We discussed space the whole time. Cruyff always talked about where people should run, where they should stand, where they should not be moving.
So he's like the
It was
coach
all
on the
about
field.
making space and coming into space.
He was a coach that wasn't a
Where is
coach.
the most space? Where is the player who has the most time? That is where we have to play the ball. Every player had to understand the whole geometry of the
And
whole
he was the
pitch
person
and the
that
system
made
as
it
a
stick.
whole. Ajax, and later on the Dutch national team, became an art form of football, with Cruyff
And
at
probably
their
become a
heart.
powerhouse.
The result? With the national team, he scored 33 goals
33?
in 48 matches, and
That's-
the Oranje never lost a match in which Cruyff scored.
They
Netherlands
that's nuts. They never lost a match where he scored.
Into the 1974 World Cup final, losing to the hosts of the tournament, Germany. Cruyff was picked as the MVP of the tournament.
He got MVP
Despite
of the
lifting
tournament?
no trophies, the Clockwork Orange wowed the world of football in the 70s, laying the groundwork for the future of the game. Possession football and tiki-taka.
That's what I'm saying. See, I'm not gassing. I wasn't gassing it. I was like, bro, see, look, we finna get an ad. I paused at the great time. You see that? Oh, y'all can't even see it because my face is in front of it. But ad is literally at 1 second. It says ads in one. But literally, I said in the beginning of the video, it looks like an early form of a tiki-taka. See, bro, I'm really learning this football stuff. Y'all can't hold me. Y'all gotta be honest. I'm kind of getting really good with this. I'm really getting good. And not to be cocky or anything, but just go look at the early soccer reaction playlist. If you're enjoying the video so far, subscribe. But go check out that early soccer reaction playlist. Go check out the early videos and see what my knowledge was then. I knew nothing. Literally nothing. Obsolete. Nada. Nothing. I was basura when it came to the knowledge of football. And now, I'm not gonna say I'm the best. I'm nowhere near that. But I'm decent. I'm decent for 2 months of time.
There was silverware aplenty. 6 Dutch league titles in 8 years. 4 Dutch
6?
Cups.
Damn.
And 3 European Cups in a row.
In a row?
From 1970 to 1973. With the cherry on top being the European Super Cup and the Intercontinental
Oh my
Cup in
God.
1972. Ajax became the best team in Holland, Europe, then the world.
Oh my!
Johan Cruyff
And he was the
received
center of
all
this.
the individual awards, including 3 Ballon d'Ors.
3.
From the moment Cruyff realized what he was capable of, he
3.
became more than a player.
Doesn't Ronaldo
His
have
long
4?
hair was unusual for the time. Cruyff
That speaks
was
to
a
how good he
professional
was.
footballer who saw his widowed mother not making enough to support his family. Cruyff saw the differences and inequalities in football and sought to repair them, even threatening to drop out of the Dutch squad ahead of the 1971 World Cup on a squad bonus dispute. So where does the best
So he was ahead of his time on outside of the off the field issues too. Okay, I'm liking it.
An artist of the game who would speak with his feet and his mouth go after winning everything at home? Where does the player who's more than a player go to? To the place where he was needed
He played
the
Barca.
most. In 1971, his teacher, Rinus Michels, moved to Barcelona.
He played at Barca too.
Michels realized that Barcelona players did not lack technical ability, but were easily weakened by criticism.
So this also speaks to it being the early form of tiki taka. He probably goes there and help perform, like build this, like lay the foundation of a tiki taka that may not sprout up until later ages.
The winning mentality to become a football force.
Because was
Michels
Barcelona a
wanted
football
Cruyff,
force at
and
that
Cruyff
point?
had fallen out with the Ajax board, but there was still a problem. The Amsterdam team wanted to sell him to Real Madrid. A problem easily fixed with another quote from Cruyff. I will never play for a team that represents Franco. This
What
was
does
a
that mean?
decisive statement, one that sealed the Barcelona deal and showed Catalans what this guy was all
What
about.
is? I don't know what that means. That Franco stuff. Y'all gotta explain that to me.
You see a lot of things more in football. I mean, just football. And I think the best time, by routine, by everything else, is about 26, 27.
So you reckon you're now about at your peak?
I hope so, yeah.
Cruyff changed
Oh,
FC
he's a
Barcelona.
smart guy too. Like he knows, yeah, I'm at my peak right now. 26, 27. Most athletes, because you gotta think about it. Where he's playing, there's not much knowledge about most sports, like kept records and stuff. It's hard to keep records. So like, there's probably not many analytics about what age is the peak in sports at that time. Like we know now, usually you in your peak. Your better years, it depends on when you start. Your better years are around the 23-ish to like the cutoff around the 32-ish. 32-ish is usually when people start to drop off from where they are. But nowadays, that age is getting pushed way back by these players nowadays because all the technology, healthy stuff we got. They got so much stuff. Literally, we got Tom Brady dominating at 44. Messi's still one of the... Messi and Ronaldo are some of the best players in the world. And they like 38, 39. They're around that age. LeBron's finna be... He's 37, one of the best players still. So, it's getting pushed back. But, literally, for him saying that, that's crazy. He's way ahead of his time. Because people probably wouldn't think at 26, 27 is the prime at that point. And he knew that.
Scoring 16 goals in 26 matches.
That's nuts.
Winning 5-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu. And clinching the league title for the Kool-Aids for the first time in 14 years.
He changed the coaching.
Yes, 14.
In 14
Cruyff
years.
accepted his role as a Catalan and pro-independence symbol, a visible face in the direct opposition to the powers that be. As a player, he won a further Copa del Rey with Barcelona and decided to retire in 1978. But like many other greats of the
personally, he got to be in my GOAT
retiring
conversation.
wasn't something he was good at. Cruyff made a comeback in the USA, playing for the old NASL after a series of poor investments almost drove him bankrupt.
Oh, so he came to play in America too? Like, he kind of started a wave of like famous players going to play in America, like as you're on the end of your career. Yo, he's really a
Though he
pioneer.
wasn't a fan of the artificial pitches, his time there and a brief spell at Spain's Levante made him realize he wasn't done with football yet. And there was only one place he could go back to.
Ajax.
Ajax. His impact
Full
was
circle.
instantaneous, and once more, club and player were ruling over the Netherlands. His final chapter, however, was with their bitter rivals. After winning the Dutch Cup, the Ajax board thought Cruyff wasn't worthy of a new contract.
Oh, wow.
This angered
So he
Johan
comes back
so
and wins
much.
for y'all, and y'all go send him to... Did we just skip like half the video, bro? Come on, fat dummy fingers. Where we at? We right here. Look at me. I knew where we was at. But he literally just helped y'all win after I haven't won in a while. I think that's what he said, if I remember it right. And y'all go trade him off to the rivals. If he wins with the rivals, he's honestly got to be one of the goats.
Ajax board thought Cruyff wasn't
He's
worthy
got to
of
be
a new
honestly one of the
contract.
goats.
This angered Johan so much, he went across the street, knocking on the door of Feyenoord.
Because they didn't give him a contract.
Playing with a very young Ruud Gullit by his side,
Who was
Cruyff
that?
played every match but one. was the star of the team and won the domestic double,
What's
ending
that?
his career as the best player in the country. When we talk about Cruyff's
He
legacy,
retired
we
as the
have
best
to make
player?
an
That's
impossible
enough.
separation between the footballer and the manager. Here, in old school, we talk about footballers. But Cruyff's influence on the
He was
game
a
is still
manager
present
too?
today. His ideals on the pitch led to some of the best teams, nurtured the best footballers, who in turn became some of the greatest coaches in history. Tiki-taka, total football, the Ajax school, Barcelona's Masia, Pep Guardiola.
Oh, nah, he's got to be honestly one of the greatest football players, like just football people in ever. He's done all this.
Everything under the wing of Johan Cruyff, the immortal god of football.
They call him
We
the...
have to focus on the ball.
What the fuck? I see why they call him the god of football. Honestly, his nickname is the god of football. That's different. Like imagine you walking on the street, just walking down the street. They be like, yo, what's up, god of football? Like, how would you feel it? Like, I wouldn't even know how to feel. But I understand it though. I understand it. Because he honestly is the god of football, if you think about it, kind of.
Cruyff was an artist on the pitch.
He's way ahead of his
what
time.
others do with a guitar or a paintbrush in their hands, he would
He did
do
with a football.
ball at his feet. He
Changed
was
it.
arguably the smartest footballer in history. If not the best footballer ever, he was the most unique. And Cruyff's
Yeah, he
influence
gotta
on the
be.
game is unrivaled.
By anybody, I don't think. He had to change the game. Let me know where y'all rank him all time, bro. He's the guy. Yo. That's kind of crazy. I'm honestly going my top 5, and my knowledge is very low. My top 5 I'm probably going right now is Messi. I go all time. Messi, Ronaldo. I would go him third. I would go him over Pele, and then you can go whoever else, because I honestly don't know that many other people. Oh, Ronaldinho. I would put Ronaldinho. I hope I'm saying his name right. Ronaldinho. 5. Let me know what y'all top 5s are all time though. Like, he's different. His influence gotta be number 1 all time. Influence on football, number 1. Crazy. But that's gonna be in the video, man. Let me know what y'all think. If you like the video, subscribe. Go check out that soccer reaction playlist. I think I'm gonna put this in a Barcelona. Jeez, I can't talk. So in 2 days. I think I'm gonna put this in a Barcelona playlist. I think I'm gonna put that in there. So go check out that too. That's gonna be in the video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Y'all love y'all. I am out.